Yo, how we doing, everybody? It's Chase. So today we're going to talk about Atom, Cosmos. Typically we just do charts here most of the time, but we'll talk a little fundamentals real quick. Things I've been talking about on Twitter today is just, that the ETH fees have been getting absolutely crazy. And I do believe that, over time, if the fees continue this way, you're going to, if you're not already, I've already had some people say they've been priced out. You'll be sort of pricing out retail participants. And when you price out retail participants, that means that, a lot of your new launches and stuff, retail tries to get in those. And that's what makes the move. Not a lot of people are going to want to launch on ETH, and the old ERC20 tokens are sort of just going to become graveyard, and ETH is sort of just going to become like a, like a rich man only, like farming land. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I don't know. That's just my view. The fees lately are crazy, so I'm looking at what may move a little bit when ETH starts to calm down. And obviously one of those, blockchain ecosystems that I've been bullish on for quite a while is Atom. All right, let's get into the technicals. So just on like a macro scale, right, we can see an obvious markup here, okay? So I'm not expecting to revisit this area. There was a potential back when ETH was looking like, or ETH and BTC were looking like they could be headed back down. But now overall, we are looking strong. I am still expecting a pullback on ETH sooner than later. But we'll mark out all the levels of this chart that are relevant. Okay. So daily looks a little bit choppy. So all we need to do is just go to a higher time frame. Okay, we'll move up to the 3-day. Okay, and spot a clean level on the 3-day right away. Resistance, resistance, bit of a deviation here. Resistance, breakout, retest. Perfect. Okay. I would have liked to buy this retest. I didn't see it. Is what it is. You can't catch them all, right? I just must have not been paying attention at that point. But that was definitely a solid retest right there. And we can see, basically this little consolidation in here too. That would have been some confluence on this level. Okay, so what do we do from here? Well, when we have something that's trending, we can also use, we could bring in a moving average. Just, this will be the EMA 20. For the people who could be long-term bullish, like I was saying, if you're looking for some type of project that may have some legs to it, if ETH is cooling off, that sort of scenario that we ran through in the beginning. So we could see nice confluence here, basically hugging the EMA 20 pretty consistently. The only thing you would want to watch out for is if it happened to break below this, right, like it did here, and then if it flipped that to resistance. Okay, so if it did this, right, if it put in these candles and then it went like this and then it hit this area right here and it rejects, that's probably where you'd want to exit long-term bags and look to get back in lower right around here. Okay, this consolidation here. But yeah, once again, I'm not expecting to come down here. I do think that some of these other blockchain ecosystems and projects and whatnot can definitely have some legs behind them. So let's go down here, lower time frames. Okay, let's take this off. I'm honestly not a big moving average user, but I do, keep them in mind for times when things could possibly begin to trend. Okay, let's just keep moving down until we see something clean. All right, so first thing let's talk about is a potential major pullback on BTC and ETH. If we got that, where am I looking to buy? The level, pretty obvious, okay? We're looking to buy in here. Stop run of these lows, okay? As usual, when BTC and ETH sell off, alts usually throw a major wick. So you don't want to necessarily just long and then get stopped out right below. What you would want to do is just let the wick hit, okay? Wherever the wick goes, the wick might go here, right? The wick could go here. That's why you got to be careful about, just saying, oh, let me long this, stop here, because every now and then you do get some serious slippage. The wick could go through, and then you reclaim, and then you go, okay? So I would just personally wait and see what's going on in that scenario, or you can just simply stay in a spot bag, right? buy spot here, you'll get filled somewhere in here. If we were to see, like I said, this is not contingent on Atom. This is contingent on ETH and BTC if they want to dump hard. If they want to dump hard, then we could see this. Otherwise, I think we're going to see upside. Just want to make that clear. Okay, so yeah, you could buy spot in there. But if you are going the leverage route, just, or the margin route, whatever you want to say, just make sure that you are going to either leave some room on the stop, leave some sufficient room, or you're going to let the level get hit and just see, okay, no crazy wick. It's consolidating for 5 minutes or whatever. Okay, I can get in, stop here. Something like that, right? You don't have to wait a day. You don't have to wait a couple hours. All you got to do is see that initial wick doesn't stop you out. Like, see this wick? Once that wick happened, you could have got in anywhere in here, stop below the slippage wick, and you're good to go upwards. Okay, so there's a prime example of that. All right, so this level, buying area, and most likely holding this long for quite some time as long as overall crypto markets stay strong. Okay, alternatively, looking towards the bullish side, we have clear just consolidation in here of basically resistance, right? And it leads all the way back to here, right? So you had a swing high, you come up, you don't even run the high, right? This isn't a run of a high. This is just, it broke through resistance, but then it started getting knocked down from the 32s and 31s. But it did break through this previous resistance, right? And then we bounced off this level, obviously the 3-day level we had marked out. Okay, so what we want to see is we want to see this consolidation in here get broken through, basically. And once we see this consolidation get broken through, we want to wait for the pullback, and we'd most likely be wanting to get in somewhere around here, okay? Because we can see this is sort of the origin of where this down move began. So price will break up. Maybe it'll run the high or something, right? Let's just mark out a scenario just as an example. Maybe it'll run the high. It'll come back down. At this point, depending on what the price action looks like in here, that's usually where I'd be looking to try to get into some type of a long position. You would see price come down, tag into this level here where this down move began, and you could play it, let it hit the level. And once you see that it's really tough to go this far ahead because, say price does something like this and then it breaks up, then I'm most likely going to say that this is sort of an inefficiency and price may come back towards here, and that's where you'd get your bounce. Okay, so point being is you need to see how price develops in these areas, but if the price action is relatively quick, right? Like if it's quick here, in terms of how long ago this price action happened, when we come back down, you're most likely expecting this to hold right here. Okay, that's the area that I would think hold. But if it's going to chop for a bit in here, something like this, whatever, and then it goes, then you're looking in this area like that. Okay, and sorry, this is a little choppy. I'm pretty tired right now. I'm probably gonna go to sleep soon. Okay, so hopefully this is helpful. We covered potential spot buy. We talked about this strong 3D level, show how we got that, show how we got this level, how we would play it with potential, waiting for the slippage to occur beforehand, especially if you're talking any type of margin. Like here, we're just on the perps chart. But, talked about upside and how we could do upside and how we could watch the trend with the EMA 20 on the 3-day regarding spot buys. Okay, so hopefully all this is helpful. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.